I am the disabled guy with the disabled life. So, this podcast is going to be about some disabled issues, a little bit about my life, but more of current events, sports, and those type of things, and things that are of interest to the disabled community. Like, let's say, let's talk about some example ADA, those type of things like that, things that affect the community, something that's important to me, and some current events where I will pick a news story that I know it will affect the disabled community, and I will tell you how I feel about it. A lot of this podcast is going to turn into how I feel about what's going on in this world, always from the perspective of a disabled individual and disabled person. Once again, what I call myself is a disabled guy. The podcast name is The Disabled Life. This podcast is about a topic that is very close to my heart, due to the fact that I pay for my medicine out of pocket. Honestly, prices are super high. I don't know why the government allows the manufacturers of a drug to market up 10%, 20%, or higher. For example, I'm going to use a medicine that I take. The medicine, the brand name is called Casodex. Okay, that medicine is $50 a pill. Okay, so that's $100. I don't know how much it's gonna be, but luckily I get Vacalutamide, I believe it is. Yes, that one is the generic brand. It comes from Canada. That is the generic brand. It's about $50 a pill. Also, $50 a bottle. But the way I reduce that price, I'll tell you how I reduce that price. I reduce that price by something called GoodRx. It's $26 up. Yeah, $26 for a monthly refill. I don't know. That's for a 30-day supply. I think that's still expensive. I think the government should have a way of making these prices drop, or shorten the patent on medicines, because I feel excuse me, that is a way. I feel that is a way for those manufacturers to make this money and constantly do this. This is a problem for the disabled and any person that's retired on a fixed income. I say fixed income. Yes, sir. Fixed income. That is very important. Very important that the government get involved and bring these prices down. Please, government, bring them down. And I'm going to say it to you again. A lot of these changes have been happening because of the current administration. They're raising prices where they should not be. It's something that I feel passionate about. Medicine is important. You need to be able to get your medicine, because you might die. This happened to a family member of mine. He wasn't living here in the United States. But he couldn't afford a medication. We could have afforded it. We could have sent him money. He was too embarrassed to say, I need the money. And he passed away because of drug prices. I understand drug prices are not good. That happened in another country, but it still affects you. And I'm passionate here. One way that I think this should be done is medicine should be regulated. I mean, prices should be regulated. And the problem is this. Here, I'm gonna give you the problem from my opinion. The problem I see is this. When you have a Medicare Part D or an insurance that covers your medicine, here comes this. They only get paid for the medicine the amount that the insurance or the Part D stipulates. So what they do with us that don't have insurance and just pay out of pocket, what'll happen is they will raise the price to make up the difference. So they will do that. They want to make up the difference as to prices. For example, I'll give you an example that I know for a fact. I know someone that gets some eye drops that cost $200. Luckily, she doesn't pay that amount of money. Luckily, the HMO pays. But here's another topic that I'm telling you. The reason I don't like HMOs is this, that they restrict the doctors you can see. They have to be a network. I am not a person that likes that. I have Medicare Part A, Medicare Part B. No D, no HMO. Because I don't want to be restricted. I want to go see the doctor I want to see, where I want to see them. That to me is extremely important. Extremely important. Because I don't want to be limited or told you can't get this treatment because the HMO doesn't want to pay it, or fight with it, or battle with it, or whatever. It's not right, you know what I mean? They should not do that. That's a battle that we shouldn't have to deal with. You know, I'm talking about these things because I feel about it. I live it day to day. I live it day to day. I live it, and it's something that I want you guys to know. I intended to talk about disabled sports today, but I didn't have the time to do some research. To do the research, I had to go do something that was important. I had to go return a product. So let me go back to this. What I feel should be said and done is this. Sorry. Let me do something real quick. Stop for a minute. Yeah. What I think is the prices should be more regulated. They should not be as, what I mean by that is I shouldn't have to choose to, I can, and I'm telling you, I don't like that. But I still do it because if I don't do that, I will have to pay a supplement for something else. I want to talk about that supplement. I'm also going to talk about that supplement and what that supplement does and why I am against it. I'm also against the supplement. There's a reason behind that, and I want to let you know. I am against the supplement. So let me go back to the medication thing. I think that medication should be one set price. It should not be two prices. If the HMO says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this. I forgot something. I don't have notes. I definitely forgot something, and I want to discuss this with you. I want to discuss the how this works. Okay. If the HMO only pays They only pay. Let's say they pay a set amount, $100, $200. Like that person's drops. So, um, if they cost more, they won't pay them. So what will happen is when a person that's not part of an HMO like me, or Part D also, that also is harmful, because what they'll do is they'll hit us with that extra fee, because they, in my opinion, because they want to offset the costs, because they are told the pharmacy, if you go to the pharmacy, you have an agreement that the pharmacy chain or pharmacy has to agree to pay only to get paid what that agreement is. That's annoying, but there we are. At least we, some of us have the wherewithal to pay what we need to do. But still, these prices are high. I was paying less. I was paying less when I was paying less than I was paying less when I started taking the Casodex. Let me talk about something else that's happening. I take a shot. I'm not going to mention the name of the shot. It costs so much. It's expensive. $200. Almost $200 for a 3-month shot. Luckily, I don't have to do that. I found a way of getting that subsidized through a nonprofit. The doctor did that, and I appreciate them for that. But man, it's a shot that's keeping me alive. That is helping me live. It's really important to me to take it. And another thing I'm going to say to you is it's something that we want to talk about. More of us should talk. More of us should talk about it. So it's important to me. It's important to me that we do that. It's really important that we talk to our government, and we talk to our state reps, and we talk to our federal reps. And Medicaid is another damn story. Medicare is another thing, because Medicare is worse. Medicare is a forced HMO. At least the way I am set up on Medicaid, Medicaid is a forced HMO. You have no choice in the HMO. What I'm going to say is, okay, let me talk about Medicaid a little bit. Okay. If I have, myself, as a non-Part D, myself as a non-Part D, if I or my doctor choose to get the brand name of a drug, they give me that brand name. They try to go with the generic brand for cheaper, but at least there's the option that nobody has approved that but me. That's the way that cookie crumbles. Now, with Medicaid, it's different. They are mandated to go to the HMO and give you the generic drug when available. When you or your doctor find that that's not working for you because chemically is a little different, and then they have to give you the non-generic drug, the name brand drug. But here's the process. They have to get it approved. Could you imagine going to the pharmacy and saying, that this has to get approved when you're not feeling good? No, I don't like this idea. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that. That is something I don't have to deal with because I am a Medicare patient. Okay. This one's longer than this one's longer because I have more to say and I had a lot to discuss today. It's important to me. You're going to be hearing a few more of these. Next week, it's going to be the Super Bowl. So I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl. That has to be on Wednesday's episode because that has to be Wednesday because I have to sit and watch it and discuss it. So it's and talk and think about it. I'm gonna do like a commentary on that one. It is important to me. Sorry about the plane. My windows are open. Yeah, I know it's one of these things where this is not the optimum space. I don't have. This room is not set up for podcasting. With that, thank you for listening. Once again, thank you for listening to my episodes. I am the disabled guy with the disabled life. So, let me tell you where you can listen to me. You can listen to me on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, many others, and you can also leave comments, messages there on Apple Podcast and on Spotify and on Good Pods. Those are the places you can leave messages for me. And if I decide to put the link in, you can also leave messages if you are a Spotify account holder. You can also leave a message with us on that, and I'll be happy to put those in. Now, also, one thing you can do is follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna be a lot more active on Twitter, and maybe a few other social media spots. With that, thank you for listening. My episodes are gonna come out Saturday and Wednesday, both 10 p.m. Either 10 Eastern or 10 Daylight Savings Time, depending on when the episodes are recorded, the time of year. Once again, thank you for listening.